Mikey, look at the village. It's under attack by Foxy, Nightmare Puppet, Bonnie, Freddy Fazbear, Withered Freddy, and the giant Scrap Freddy. They're everywhere, breaking things, chasing the villagers. It's total chaos.
Oh no, JJ! One of them is already after the villagers. He's catching up to them.
We're next if we don't act fast, Mikey.
We have no time. We need to build a bunker right now. Something strong and hidden. That's the only way to stay safe from those monsters.
Oh no, Mikey. While we were thinking what to do, Fredbear sneaked up to our house. Run!
He's already at the door. We can't fight him. We have to escape now.
Faster, Mikey. To the trees. I hid a secret weapon there just in case. If we reach it in time, maybe we can stop Fredbear. Mikey, I think I see the chest. It's right behind those bushes. Take this, Fredbear. You're not going to scare us anymore. We won't give up so easily. This is our village, not yours.
Whoa! JJ, you did it! You really defeated him! You saved us, man. I'm really thankful. That was incredible. Now let's hurry. We need to find a safe place and start building the bunker. But keep your eyes open. More monsters could appear at any moment.
Mikey, now that it's quiet, can we talk for a moment? I need to know something. Who were those monsters? Why did Fredbear look so evil and real? Tell me everything, Mikey. I feel like there's something you're hiding.
Okay, JJ, you deserve to know the truth, but it's not a happy story. These monsters, they come from an old place, a forgotten pizzeria called Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Years ago, it was just a fun place for kids. Laughter, music, birthday parties, you know, the usual stuff. But one of the animatronics, Foxy, he was different. He was faster than the others, wilder, unstable. They kept him behind a curtain in Pirate Cove because he scared the kids too much. Rumors say Foxy used to move even when he wasn't supposed to, like on his own. At night, some guards at the pizzeria said they heard scratching at the walls. One night, a security guard disappeared. All they found was his flashlight and claw marks. After that, they shut the place down. But the animatronics, they were never destroyed. Some say their spirits became angry, lost, trapped inside the metal, especially Foxy. Foxy was last seen sneaking out of the old pizzeria during a lightning storm. And ever since that night, strange things started happening in villages nearby. Livestock vanished. People heard metal footsteps outside their windows. I think the monsters we saw today, they're part of that curse. And if Fredbear is already here, then Foxy can't be far behind.
Mikey, that's terrifying. What do we do if Foxy finds us next?
That's why we need the bunker, JJ. It's the only way we survive. All right, JJ, you've heard about Foxy, but there's something even darker out there. Something most people refuse to talk about because just saying his name gives them nightmares. His name is Nightmare Puppet. I didn't believe it at first either, but after what we saw today, I think it's time you know the whole story, even if it haunts your dreams. Nightmare Puppet didn't always look like a monster. He used to be a regular animatronic called the Puppet, or the Marionette. His job was to give presents to kids and make them smile, especially those who were sad or lonely. People said he had a kind spirit inside him, the spirit of a child who once protected others. But then, something terrible happened. One night, the power in the pizzeria went out, and the doors wouldn't open. The kids were trapped inside with the animatronics, and something inside the puppet changed. He felt all their fear, all their screams, and it twisted his soul. It was like the darkness from that night crawled into him and never left. After that, he started looking different. His eyes stopped glowing white and became red, like burning coals. His body turned black and hollow, with long, stretched-out limbs, and strange wires hanging like spider legs. But the scariest thing was his mask, cracked, stained, and always smiling. Not a happy smile. A smile that said, "You're next." People started calling him Nightmare Puppet because he didn't just scare people, he followed them into their dreams. I know it sounds crazy, JJ, but there are real stories of people seeing him while they slept. They said he'd stand at the foot of their beds, completely silent, and watch them all night. Sometimes he'd whisper their name. Sometimes he'd reach out his hand. There was this one kid. His name was Tommy. He lived near the old pizzeria, and he said he kept hearing music at night even though there was no one around. One evening, he followed the sound and saw an old music box turning by itself in the woods. When he touched it, he blacked out. His parents found him the next morning, shaking and staring into nothing. The only thing he kept saying was, "He's real. He's coming." And the worst part, JJ? That music box. It's missing. No one ever found it again. And I think Nightmare Puppet uses it to appear in new places, to find new victims. He doesn't chase like Foxy or roar like Fredbear. He waits. He watches. And when you're finally alone, when everything feels safe, that's when he appears. That's why I've been so paranoid lately. near the edge of the village last week. It was tall and thin, and its face was glowing. I told myself it was just a torchlight or a trick of the fog, but now I'm not so sure. JJ, if we ever hear music playing by itself, or see a box with a little ballerina spinning on top, we run. We don't touch it. We don't investigate. We just run and hide, because Nightmare Puppet doesn't forgive. He remembers everyone who tried to stop him. And now that the others are here, Fredbear, maybe Foxy, you can bet Nightmare Puppet won't be far behind. We have to be ready. We have to finish the bunker before it's too late.
Mikey, what the heck? After hearing that story, there is absolutely no way I'm sleeping in this bunker tonight. Al just told me a monster follows people into their dreams and watches them while they sleep. How am I supposed to close my eyes now? You just told me a monster follows people into their dreams and watches them while they sleep. How am I supposed to close my eyes now? I swear, if I hear even one music box sound tonight, I'm digging a hole and living underground forever.
Oh, come on, JJ, you think that's scary? Buddy, I haven't even told you about all the other nightmare creatures yet. Trust me, compared to what's coming next, Nightmare Puppet is just the beginning. So maybe grab a snack, get comfortable, and prepare yourself, because the real horror stories are still ahead.
You know what, Mikey? I think I'm gonna plant some more flowers inside our bunker. Maybe even build a little jacuzzi right in the corner. Because honestly, after hearing your horror stories, I need something calm and beautiful to stop me from freaking out. At this point, I might poop my pants before the monsters even show up. Yeah, flowers and bubbles. That's the kind of survival I can handle right now.
Okay, JJ, get ready, because this story is gonna make your jacuzzi sound like a joke. I'm talking about Scrap Freddy, the biggest, scariest animatronic giant we've ever seen.
Wait, hold up. Did you just say giant, like actually huge?
Yeah, I mean massive. We saw him years ago deep in the forest before the fires. It was super foggy, cold, and everything felt wrong. And then we heard it, this slow metal creaking sound, like something huge was moving through the trees.
Okay, that already sounds like something I would not stick around to investigate.
You think? Trees started shaking, and we saw this huge shadow between the trunks. He was at least 3 times taller than any building in our village.
3 times? Bro, that's not a monster. That's a walking skyscraper.
Exactly. And when he stepped out, he looked like some insane mix of junkyard parts. Rusted limbs, glowing eyes, and this massive open jaw. His arms and legs were all stitched from different animatronics, like someone built him from nightmares.
Okay, I'm officially regretting not putting 2 doors on our bunker.
Some say Scrap Freddy used to be a normal Freddy Fazbear, but after fire and rebuild after rebuild, he was left in pieces. But somehow he didn't die. He started rebuilding himself, growing bigger, stronger, angrier.
Why do all these guys come back mad? Like, can't just one of them take up gardening or something?
He doesn't chase people like a maniac. Number he watches. You get too close, he stops, doesn't move, just stares with those glowing red eyes. And the moment you flinch or step back, he rushes at you like thunder.
So he's a silent stalker and a tank. Cool, really comforting.
There was this hunter and went missing near that forest. All we found were his supplies, crushed and massive footprints in the mud, bigger than anything I've ever seen. Trees snapped like twigs. Scrap Freddy just vanished afterward, like smoke in the fog.
Okay, listen, if I see even one oddly shaped tree shadow near our base, I'm out. I'll live in the nether if I have to.
I'm not joking, JJ. I saw a shape in the trees earlier today. Huge, slow moving. I didn't want to scare you then, but now, I think it was him. Scrap Freddy is close, and if he finds us, jacuzzi or not, we need to be ready.
All right, we're building steel walls, motion sensors, lava moats, and maybe 10 extra toilets, because if he shows up again, I'll need them. You know, Mikey, as terrifying as your stories are, they actually helped me a lot. Now I've got a better idea of how these monsters think, and more importantly, how we can fight back. I'm not just scared anymore, I'm prepared. And honestly, I think we've almost finished building this bunker. It's looking awesome. With just a few more touches, like maybe some traps, emergency supplies, and my flower corner, of course, we'll be totally ready for anything.
Hey, JJ, come on. Let's head up and see how everything turned out. I can't believe we finished the whole bunker before sunset. This is awesome.